Oh my bad. Oh, pull it back. I put it closer to me.
Do you think you breathe too loud when you cuddle? Let's talk about it later.
Probably. I probably do.
I think there's a reason you breathe
Low-key
loud
dope.
when you cuddle.
Low-key dope.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that,
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
I
I
like
agree. Yes, the answer to that is yes.
Yeah, I do.
For
I do.
for various
I do.
reasons.
I'd be like, why the fuck? And
Yeah,
then I got reasons though.
Yeah.
That's a later
Because
thing.
it ain't just gonna
Right
go.
now.
Yeah.
Diddy is humping male prostitutes. This
Ouch.
president. This
Ouch.
president.
Literally. Ouch.
Will Smith bending over Dwayne.
Man.
A lot going on.
Man.
All right, I am starting up now. Parents and I will cue you.
What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to your favorite Sunday show in your city here on WNSB Hot 91, the soul of VA. Look, you doing with your favorite.
My pants too tight.
Why does he always got to? I'm always in the mode when I'm doing the intro,
I'm
Michelle.
sorry,
Why
man.
he always got to?
You didn't see
Oh,
my
he's so annoying, man. Get on my nerves, man. Ooh,
I think secretly Ciroc wants the intro.
he does. He really does.
I know.
He could have said
I
this
like
way
my
before.
part. I like my part.
He could have said this way before.
Come on, man, start the show.
Anyway, yeah, you're joining with your favorite group. I'm your boy Arrington Gavin. Joining me always is my family. I have comedian Ciroc Fox here. We also have Hustle Queen, Miss Michelle Young.
Hey.
And shout out to our awesome producer, Mr. Cam Godley.
Yeah.
Family, how's everybody feeling today?
I feel like we need to title this
When I mentioned family,
Allegedly.
I meant Michelle and Cam. How y'all feeling? I'm joking.
Whoa.
I'm joking,
I was
Ciroc.
here.
I'm joking. I take
He was
it
the only
back.
one
I
on
take
time.
it back. He was here before me.
Early.
I'm never the late one, except for that time where I needed a whole new wheel.
That's fair.
Come on now.
That's fair.
I'm never the late one.
Michelle's the one we gotta watch out for.
Right.
We always give her time. She's like, I'll just come at an
Have
hour
you
later.
ever had eyeliner malfunctions? Okay. I'm just saying.
Listen.
Have you ever
Okay.
just started like
We'll
3
all
times?
be here and she'd be like ETA.
That
Like,
is
what you
true.
mean ETA?
24/7.
Yeah.
24/7.
You just put the address in the GPS.
I did.
24/7.
You right.
And then she opens the door, is like just cheesing, like, hi guys. Hi.
I made it.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, we all here, man. A lot of stuff to talk about. It was hard to even decide which one to start with first. But hey, let's talk about. So recently, Diddy was in the news, not in a good way. Again, because of course, they talked about the Tupac thing. Now, that kind of died down, but now it's something new. It's some allegations. His former girlfriend, Cassie. If y'all remember, which has been years since I know she did a.
What song she sings?
Me and you. I've been waiting.
Think I'm gonna make a move.
Hey.
Tell me how you
Well,
want
she should have
it.
told somebody she didn't like it. Cause
Yeah, she.
man, did you read the lawsuit?
I saw all I saw was 30 million, and then I saw the allegations too. I heard like a forceful
It was a
trafficking,
Making her
It was a lot.
sleep with
abusive,
people.
just
definitely a lot.
I mean, guys,
My thing is,
yeah.
how are you a multimillionaire, right? You're a multimillionaire, star-studded woman. Everybody knows your name, your
Mhm.
security, everything. Everybody knows who you are. How are you sleeping with male prostitutes and just
Because
letting it?
because the guy that makes you a star and that millionaire can take it all away if
Yeah.
you don't.
Abuse of power.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it was proof that he couldn't because when she left, he didn't.
But she
Yeah.
didn't
Get
know
what I'm saying?
that.
She wasn't there yet, though.
She didn't know that. And
Mm.
honestly, Cassie didn't last that long after Diddy. I
No.
want to say.
No, not that. And see, that's why it kind of, you always have the people saying, okay, she's just in it to get some money because at the
Hell, they did so.
they did sell for a good chunk of money. But
A lot of money.
again, no, I haven't heard from Cassie since that song.
She
That was like
had
an
a breakdown
05,
and
06.
Shaved her head. Remember,
Oh,
she had a whole breakdown, shaved her head, and everything. You
Yeah.
was this after or during her time or before? Like, what did
their
he?
breakup?
a-
It was
after?
after their breakup.
Because they were together for about 7 years. They were together for a long time.
Black Twitter is in unison, and it's the first time I've ever seen them. Like,
What is Black Tweet
something-
talking about? What are they
Diddy
talking
did
about?
that.
What is the
Diddy
black?
did that. Diddy did that. Everybody is saying Diddy did that. Now you know me. I want I'm a hard hoorah for let the evidence come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But come on, man. There's been rumors about this man for almost as
Yeah.
long
It's been a
as hip-hop
lot.
been
It's been
alive.
a lot. It's been a lot.
Like these, I mean, there's a story of these two guys. One comes from the VA, Pharaoh. He's giving advice to another, up and coming internet comedian. And he's like, one thing you should stay away from is that take that house. Stay away from that take. Stay away. Stay away.
But you saw Usher's interview about being 14 in his house.
It's scary because I'm pretty sure, like, okay, I'll just address like Diddy as a billionaire. He's very close from hitting that billionaire mark. Is there like literally a billionaire, public figure billionaire that doesn't have skeletons? I'm like, I was at the barbershop talking with the guys. I'm like, it's literally no freaking body that you could say billionaire always got skeletons in the closet. And it's like,
you gotta listen. Like, all right, let's use Jay-Z because that's our most prominent black billionaire that we like really talk about a lot, right? When you hear Jay-Z's rumors or skeletons, they're either what he already has rapped about, one, which is bad. I'm not trying to be like, oh, that's what's up. But then there's two, which is so far out there radical, it's not true. Right. There's been rumors of him and Beyonce going to their basement sacrificing goats to get a #1 song.
Kids.
You know what I mean?
Mention kids at some point.
So it's like, come on, y'all know some of that stuff just gets ridiculous. But when you talk about real skeletons he has done some notable crimes that he beat, hasn't got caught for or admitted because of statute of limitations. Well, that ain't the same as touching little boy booty holes. Oh wait, can we say booty holes on?
So you double it up.
He doubles it. every time he asks, can we say such and such? He always says it. but like Ciroc said though, Jay-Z acknowledges his stuff out in the open. It's no secrets at all. But as far as for Diddy, always 24/7. It's always a 9. And it's like you start thinking of a lot of these like hip hop based TV series, movies, and stuff. What character do they base it off of, right? And I'm always wondering, like, okay, who are they basing this off? Because there's so many, famous producers and artists that we've seen during our time, and in the '90s. They're like, okay, who are they basing off? And now it's like, ooh, Diddy, this year ain't looking too good for Diddy. No. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not looking too good. Now they did settle, but still, what is that effect gonna put on his career in a sense? I don't think he has like huge fan base when it comes to just his music. I think he's more, for me, I'm a fan just as the business side of it. But
there's a few Diddy songs I like.
He got some bops. He got some bops.
I am a Diddy music fan. There's Last Night. One of the songs that I played.
Keisha Cole made that song. That's her song. That's her song.
I do that dance all the time. I need you and you need me. Man, that is my
sign this man up for the full package.
I
know. Shout out. But no, it's like I don't think do you think it will affect his career?
No, because the woman is going to be blamed for wanting to get money.
Well, he took the money though.
Well, and then Michelle, on top of that, Michelle, she had
24 hours. See, I would at least waited a week. Shit.
But that's it. But
at least waited a week. Oh.
But that's the thing though. That's the thing. That's the thing because initially it was already, I guess a lawsuit being say, okay, look, we're going, and she had the option to do criminal, but she didn't. So again, for her to accept the money,
she though.
What? No, it was statute of limitations has been reached, but that just gives you more of a reason. It's like when all this stuff comes out about Diddy, all these rumors come out about Diddy, right? No one flat out goes to, because some of these allegations are like legal crimes.
It's very heavy.
Nobody reports nothing.
Kid Cudi's car up.
That's insane. You don't think the FBI investigated that? And if they turned up empty, they turned up empty. Right. The people who know he did something bad, allegedly, if they ain't coming out, if they ain't putting like on criminal document paperwork, they just as complicit.
Is he Black Mafia? Is Diddy Black?
It don't matter.
That I will say, I think so.
If you seen anything and you letting it rock, you just as bad. Just like we say with cops.
Yeah.
Outside of what you're saying, though, is he like untouchable? Is Diddy like?
No. I think there's a lot of public record now of things he's done.
No.
Diddy has a lot of friends. I'm gonna just say that he got a lot of friends.
I think Diddy is an easy, because he's like a little sexual deviant. He's an easy. It's him, but there's no way, because back in the day, y'all gotta remember during that Tupac Biggie beef, the FBI was on them like bro.
Yeah.
They were
That's
getting
true.
watched
That is true.
every move,
Yeah.
every encounter that was even close to being illegal. They got them. You know what I mean?
That's true. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So if he did anything crazy like that, he would have got ate up.
I just think now though, I do think, Diddy possibly could be hiding something, but I just think at this age, Diddy's damn near 60 years old. He has kids. It's just back then, Diddy, he was reckless, but I think now he's
Why
really
now?
trying to
party.
Why now?
Well, I asked
I always
Cassie.
ask that
Well,
question.
I mean,
Cassie's-
that's
because
I
there's
always
a
ask that question.
because the why now reason is during this week. Well, it was last week when the show aired. So last week there's a certain rule about a Survivors Act when it comes to sexual assault.
Yeah.
Now, criminal case, the statute of limitations had been reached, but
Yeah.
she was still within a time frame of a secondary rule that helps sexual assault victims claim in civil court, and
Yeah.
they can take certain routes. And that time limit would have been up last week.
Well, look, we got to continue this in the pod because I definitely want to, because Michelle kind of threw out that saying, well, because she a woman, and I feel like we got to talk a little more about that. But look, we're gonna move it on to our our favorite segment of the show. Hey, look, it's time for Ciroc. Man, what you think?
Attention, please. It's time for.
It go down in the DM. It go down. It go down.
It's time for Ciroc. What you think?
Yo, what's going on? Now, this ain't gonna be a normal Ciroc What You Think segment. I'm actually on trial today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on trial.
Uh-oh.
Done.
I know one person in this group that's loving this already.
yeah, that's right. I made a public post. Sir, can I get through it? So I made a public post. It was a joke out of a conversation that I had earlier that day, and then it led to a post on Facebook, and the post was, "There's no one on this planet that hates women more than a single man."
Oh yeah.
Single men.
I was in his comments immediately.
Single men
Oh, my
hate
God.
women more than anybody on this planet. And
my
that was
God.
the joke. Obviously, it's a hyperbolic joke about a specific scenario, just generalizing a whole bunch of public opinions that you see. Like, if you don't get it, you don't get it, la da 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 da. But all jokes come in some type of truth.
Absolutely.
And that's what
Yeah.
my followers are putting me to the flame for. They think that I think that in real life, all single men hate women. I don't think that, but there is a considerable amount of monsters and hateful comment that comes from the opposite sex in general when they're single. When you ain't got nobody, sometimes your public opinion on the opposite sex is straight hateful. Now we're to the fire, since I'm to the fire and we talking about men right now, we're not gonna talk about what the women say. Let's just stay fair. We're not gonna talk about the women. We'll bring them up another time. But right now, we
gotta get our get back.
get back and come. But right now, the subject is single men and the hate that they show publicly to women. Now, y'all know y'all seen it. Don't you BS me and say that you can just ignore the comments that you see on Facebook. A woman can post a simple pic in a moo-moo talking about, end of a day look.
Yes.
And then there'd be a million comments.
Yes.
This is for attention. You whore. You like they be going, oh wait, can you say whore or
Again, he repeats it or he repeats it.
It's
Pretty sure
anyway.
he can't. Gonna have to block that out.
There's been the reason why the post even came out, your honors. The reason why the post was even posted was because I was involved in it. It was an all white male little panel of old guys. They looked like it was in their 36 to 46 range, right? They were all single, either been married or never married before. And the comments, look, they use throwback derogatory terms like hussy. When the last time you heard
What?
When the last time you
My
heard
grandpa, my
hussy,
grandpa
you mean
said that.
hussy?
You mean it.
You dug that out the bank. Like you searched for that word.
That's right up there with floozy.
No,
Yes,
not
right.
floozy.
Trollop.
No, not trollop. Hussy. That's the one. That's the one. He searched for that word and described that about women. All because we saw a lady walk by with her family by herself. Like it was no dad or male around. It's just she had a baby in her hand and a kid walking with her, and they were walking into a store. And all of a sudden, see, that's the problem with America now. These women want to start families without the dad in their life, as if it's their choice.
Yeah.
Like that's how the
I
plan
cannot
was.
stay in that group. I cannot stay in that group.
Outside of the visuals, homie could have just been at work.
Thank
You know what I
you.
mean?
Thank you.
literally.
So that's what I'm saying, and that's where the joke comes from. Single men hate women. Like I never see a group of people jump on someone socially, publicly, as hard as single men do.
But then I asked a question like, okay, where did that come about? Like, it had to start from somewhere. Is it start of rejection? Is it start of embarrassment? Like, where does that all?
Exactly where it
Well,
started.
it's
Yeah.
extremism. To me, there's extremism on every spectrum, on every board, and every game we
Mhm.
play. There's extremism. There's going to be far rights and far lefts. And super straights, that's what I call them. Super straight
Super
men.
straights.
Yeah, they mostly come from New York. I'm looking at you.
That is not true. First of all, that is not true. Have y'all ever seen Fresh and Fit?
Fresh
Oh
and fit.
God, hate
What
that
the
show.
fuck
Yes.
is that?
So,
Break
Go
down.
ahead, go ahead.
well, it's a podcast. Two individuals. I think it's based out of Miami. They always, and it's the stupidest thing. They have maybe like what 10 to 15, college girls that will be like, I guess their guests or their panelists while they bring on discussion. And it really is like a bash contest. These girls are pretty much just left the club, wasted, and they just back and forth insulting women. Again, I don't know any of these guys what their background is. I think one of them might be like,
do it have anything to do with the like who started that? What you bring to the table?
Yeah.
And the
Yes.
guys be
That's
like,
that whole
Yes.
section.
That's
of
it.
YouTube.
Yes.
the super
Yes.
straights.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, super straights,
Yeah.
where they just talk about women as like commodities, like to be
Yeah.
traded and upgraded,
And
like
like they're
iPhones.
stupid.
Yeah.
Right. And
Absolutely,
because
absolutely.
I don't agree with that. That's why I'm being put in simp court.
mhm.
It's like you said, it's all extremes. If you're not there and you don't agree with those ideals, then you're a simp.
Yeah.
To them.
And which is insane because
Yeah.
I treat women like people. Oh my God.
How dare you?
Burn him at the stake.
How dare you?
Burn him at the stake. He
Yeah.
treats his wife with respect.
And that's the other crazy thing. Like your wife.
Yeah.
Wife.
I am
Not a woman you're courting.
no.
Not a
Yes.
woman that you've been seeing for a couple of months. Your wife, and they would probably still have their same
And
opinions.
have an issue with it. Now, granted, that whole splitting the thing 50-50.
Mhm.
I pay all the bills. I
Mhm.
pay I pay all the bills. Everything as far as monetary value happens in our household,
Mhm.
I pays for. But that's because I can. That's because I got to a level that I can do that.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
what's
The only
important.
reason I got to this level is because of my wife.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm popping is because of the woman I'm with.
So on the same thought, because this is a conversation that can go in so many different directions. But because of what you just said, what did you think about that Rick Ross lyric about Kobe? She wasn't with him shooting in the gym.
Listen,
Ooh.
so I was never a professional athlete, but I can relate certain careers to professional athleticism,
Sure.
which is the military.
Mhm.
The military and
Mhm.
professional athletes' schedules are real similar when it
Yeah.
comes to free time spending with your family.
Which is
So
a
that's the
lot.
best way that I can relate, and I hope that's allowed,
Yeah.
Your Honors.
Yeah.
I hope
Mhm.
that's
Uh-huh.
cool. Okay.
Continue.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
The amount of time you have to take, the level of dedication, and then the pure hours of work in general, regardless of being in the gym or not, just the hours being there clocked in
Mhm.
is tremendously like a huge toll on your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You physically, you mentally. By the time I get home, sometimes
Yeah.
I don't even know what's left, right,
Yeah.
up, down.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ate. I don't know if I stink. I don't know. I'm walking. Once I pass into that house again, ugh,
Yeah.
someone had to pick up them pieces.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
mean to tell me on nights where Kobe lost games by more than 20 points and he stayed in the gym for hours practicing, and then he came home, you think that he was still the whole Kobe that we see when he's interacting with his daughters and his
Yeah.
wife?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Heck no. I
No.
almost messed up. Heck no. Heck no. His wife picked Kobe up
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times he
Yeah.
was in pieces. I guarantee you he was on the cusp of breaking down
Mhm.
so many times that it was almost annoying to her, like almost to
Absolutely.
a point where she was about to break apart.
Yeah.
And that's how those type of relationships go. There were times where I was like breaking apart inside, and the only person who saw the aftermath was my wife. And she had to put me back together before it's 0 dark 30, before I got to go back out there and be another leader. Kobe, same way. Rick Ross, I'm sorry, but he would be way bigger, way better, and way more on 10 if he had a solid foundation as far as a woman goes.
Yes.
He might even have one. He just keeps it a secret for the thing. Because 2 Chainz been married for how long?
For years.
Years. Snoop Dogg married for how long?
Ice Cube, LL Cool
Ice
J.
Cube. LL, we can go if we really want to go about strong women that play their part in the background. LeBron James, one of the most dynamic
Perfect example.
athletes
Perfect example.
of all
Shout out to
time.
Absolutely.
Since
How
high
many
school.
scandals you heard in his
None.
marriage?
Not
one.
That
Not a
woman.
one.
And my wife is just like Mrs. James. I mean,
Yeah.
just like Mrs. James.
Mhm.
There's no difference. When we in public, she is like, mess with him if you want to.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Come on. Look.
Protective.
Yeah. So if being a simp means that when I recognize and view and see a good woman of caliber, and I welcome them into my circle and I uplift them and provide all that they need to even flourish more, because that return gonna come back on me. I'm selfish. I'm selfish. Everything I do is self-preservation. I love Michelle because I know that she's gonna help me get to the next level. I don't know if that sounds bad or not.
It does.
I don't know. But I know that I see value
But
in her.
I will add to that because I also know even with you saying that, you will do your best to boost
That's
Michelle
right.
up.
Most
That's the
definitely.
difference.
So
Yeah.
that's
Most
why
definitely.
that's why
That's
the
the
court
difference.
will allow it.
But that's the true though. It's 100% true. It's the reason why there's so many women on my team. It's the reason why I show so much love to you. It's because I know when you give women the space. I've heard this before from a guy called Q5. Shout out Q5. When you give women the space and safety and nourishment to grow,
That's right.
man, everything around them that they touch is going to
Multiply
blow
everyone.
up.
That's right.
Stop
Everyone
it.
and everything.
This white woman gonna make me mad famous.
We can
Mad famous. And why? Because I'm just showing genuine love.
Yeah.
Like real love.
Yeah.
You are
and
so
let's
all
right.
it
and I think we can all agree, like, who's the smartest, species on this planet Earth? Like, literally, like, it's women. You know how much I'm
Actually,
a mama's
the
boy.
dolphin, I believe. I'm not sure.
That's okay. All right.
I'm just saying, if I had to choose between a random woman and a dolphin, that dolphin might get picked.
All righty.
Have you been to SeaWorld?
You know
Those
what?
things are incredible.
We can take a trip there.
All right.
Ciroc, man,
Wow.
great segment, man. I love that one.
We'll
I love
let
that
the
one.
comments say if I'm
I'm about to say that might need to be a part 2 one for
I'm
Ciroc.
gonna-
That's
let me know.
we gotta continue that one. Well, look, we gonna move it on to our sis. Look, Michelle, what you got for us today?
Man, I feel like I have the complete opposite of what you just said.
That's funny.
I just hate
After all that
I
that's been
hate-
said,
I
Can
hate this
the viewers
situation.
tell that we have no pre-production meeting?
So everything you just said, bump that.
Yes, even though women are we can do those things. So obviously, look, y'all, I'm going through a breakup. And it is just so
This is
happened.
the
Look,
longest breakup I've ever
It is.
experienced from an outside of a situation. They've been breaking up for like 2 months now. but my
it's a
bad.
breakup.
ahead,
It's
go
a breakup
ahead,
tour. It's a
go ahead.
breakup tour. We got.
it's an official one. But listen, look. So what was said to me was also pertaining to what I just saw an article of, which is the 80-20, right? So they did this survey, and 80%. So it's basically what 80% of what you want in a relationship, 20% of what you don't want, because nobody's 100%. So, they took a little poll. Men said they can accept 80% of what they want and 20% of what they don't want. And they gave 3 examples, very simple examples. Be kind, be nice. You got to look good to me. Everybody.
Not even to the world. I like that. To
look,
me.
To me,
Yeah.
I have to see the attraction there.
That's right. And be doing something with your life. Whereas when they asked women, 80% was not enough. And they gave 300 Ladies,
Jesus.
300. And I was listening to lists. Some of it was like, they gotta buy me dinner, they gotta, pay my bills, they
What
gotta
was it?
buy
Brown.
me shoes.
It was
like,
a brown belt, black shoe combo.
yes,
If you do that, you get kicked off.
yeah, 80%. And you know what? Listen, look, I got broke up over 20%. Over 20 by text. By
Ooh.
text, 20%. So my 20% it wasn't hitting. I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I got too much going on. And that is why I'm in this situation in the single life once again. But I just want to ask y'all, have you experienced a situation with women where 20%, where you feel like you given just everything you can and still just I need y'all's opinion.
I mean,
really
I would just say this. Do I believe women are like that? Yes. Not all, but yes, I do. I really do, because women gonna stay strong on their morals. They're gonna stay strong on what their beliefs, rather than us guys. For again, 100% is unreal. I know I'm not my wife's full on 100% because I probably have flaws that get on her nerves a lot. So it's like, I know I'm not 100%, but at the end of the day, like what you mentioned, kindness has a drive, attraction. For my eyes, what else do you ask for? Respect, loyalty. I mean, ride or die. Like it's really not to that level where if you missing one of those, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So right, what you think, boss?
Man, I don't like this one because I recently got my heart broke too.
Everybody getting their heart broken, goddamn it.
I'm still not over it. It was months ago, and I'm still kind of hurt from it. So hearing it, it's like, all right. From what I won't go over the situation, but I will give my conclusion of like my answer that came from it, and it was I just simply wasn't what that person was looking for. Like, it don't matter if I was 100%, even if I was 100%, like I just wasn't what that person wanted, needed. It's just wrong time and all types of situations. So I mean, I love that person to death to this day. I haven't communicated with that person. I haven't talked to that person, and it sometimes it kills me not to. But at the end of the day, when you not want it, you not want it. It don't matter if you 100%. You could be literally everything that person has asked for.
I was just about to say,
if they don't want it, there's nothing much you can do. It hurts because you put so much out there, because you put yourself vulnerable, but that's what love is. I mean, love is about jumping and hoping the other person jumps with you. And sometimes that person don't jump. That whole 80-20 thing is just a little excuse. I think people tell to get out of it. It's like,
I agree.
You're missing this, and that's why I'm bringing it up. When in reality, if you had that, you find something else.
Yeah,
like you find something else. We're missing. It was awkward on this situation, and so that's why I don't. Instead of being an adult and be like, in reality, you can definitely communicate and smooth out any real hiccup as long as love is there.
Yep. And no one is a full on 100%. It's just an unreal. That's literally saying like, I am 100% perfect. I have no flaws at all. That's crap. Like, it's insane.
But I also have somebody to pick up my 20% though. So there's someone, I'll say I talk about too much, so I'm not gonna say what it is. But I have a person who picks up my 20%. So I don't know.
All right, Cam, I know you got an opinion on this one.
Yeah, mine is gonna have to wait till the podcast though, because we're almost at time.
It's almost that time. Oh,
closing remarks on it. How you feel? Do you want to do? Are we burning cars?
I do feel, being a woman, I do feel that as women, spending time with women, we do have way higher like criteria that we actually hold into. I do feel that, and we judge them based on that, and a lot of that is just being treated bad. When you're treated really bad, as with each situation you're treated bad, your standards go higher and higher till your standards are so high that nobody can fit it. And then you got to heal. The only way to fix that is you really got to heal.
Well said. Well said, Michelle. Well said. Look, family, please once again continue to tune into In Your City here on WNSB every Sundays at 12 p.m. Download the app. It's free. You can listen live or online at WNSB.org. And like I said, tune in every Sundays. We're moving on to the pod. We out.
All right.
So we're gonna talk about Will and Dwayne, butt fucking each other.
Yo.
Oh.
We are 5 seconds into the podcast, and he's right at the butt fucking.
Oh. But we are in the pod though, right? Because obviously Michelle said shit on live on air. I mean, I just said, well, are we going in that way?
She did.
That's the first
She
time I
said
messed up. I didn't want to
shit.
mess up.
I know.
That's the
And you
first
said it so
time.
smooth too. I'm like, dang. It wasn't like a shit. You just shit.
Look at Erickson getting right to the butt fucking.
I'm just saying, it's like,
Like we could have just finished what we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right,
Like,
my bad.
We could have just the current subject that we floated.
You know what he said? He tuned all that shit out a long time ago.
And he was like, "This butt fucker."
I got to talk about
Wait, God. Okay, so let's let's hold the butt fucking and continue what we were talking about. About the.
I don't know that I want a whole butt fucking, but
I mean,
do what you do.
I
fellas.
mean-
we got.
No, now we had to talk about it. We said butt fucker way too much.
That was quick.
We said it way too much, and now it's like, whoa, wait a minute. To whatever she says, no one's going to pay attention to.
I
She
just
gave
want to.
some of the best. She gave one of the hardest bars she
Life.
gave since joined the show.
Life advice.
And this guy says,
So
What
about the butt fucking murder.
"Murder this shit."
There was murder in there.
Let me go ahead and bring up this. I'll bring it up. I'll feed it in.
Sorry, guys. I thought,
So,
sorry, Michelle. It was a great segment.
those of you who are familiar with Tasha K knows her platform. Sometimes she drops the juice. Sometimes she spills the tea. Other times she spills and steps and bullshit. She's been known to be sued for false reporting, false, just lying. I mean, let's just keep it real. We on a podcast. We ain't got to be all intelligent. She be bullshitting.
Yeah.
And but there's some people who saying this most recent story that she broke on her show is real, and that is, was it Dwayne doing the bending?
Nope. Dwayne was the top.
Dwayne was the top.
He said he walked in
Wasn't
the
that like
room
6 foot?
and he said Will was bent over. And he said, Dwayne.
And he didn't say allegedly.
No.
He didn't say allegedly.
No,
He said
alleged was
he walked in the dressing room. Will bent over and his shit getting murdered.
he said killing him.
Killing him.
Murdering him.
I mean,
Dog in the
let's just say
hole.
Will
There was murder in there.
took getting jiggy with a way too far, huh? No, getting jiggy with. But it's allegations because they. I
He
think
didn't say allegedly though, bro. He didn't.
So you know what I thought was interesting about this? Jada was on the Breakfast Club like the next day.
Literally.
And
Yep.
one of the things she said, I haven't really heard anyone point this out, but I found it odd where she was like, "Oh, what was shit down?" So, okay, I can see that happening. But then she was like, "So we tried to settle for a certain amount, but he wanted too much." So
she did not reject the claims pretty
No.
much.
why were they trying to settle?
Because
Yeah.
he most likely,
'Cause
this
he
is why I
wants
think, and I'm not saying that the Dwayne thing was real, but as a bodyguard, or what was he? What was he?
It was his friend, bodyguard. It was
friend,
one of
assistant
Security, yeah.
type of thing.
So those type of people, they do know a lot
see
of
a
stuff,
lot.
and they see a lot. Now, what he
They
broke might
also-
not necessarily
to cut
be
you
real.
off, bro,
Go
but
ahead.
they also usually have NDAs too.
Yeah, of course.
That
I can't
part.
talk about. Yeah.
But my bad. Go ahead.
So yeah, I don't think what he's saying is real, but I think what he has is real. Like
Yeah.
juicy
Mm.
juicy
So you think
details
there's
that
other
people can.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's other stuff that if that was to release, then they would think that the more horrible stuff is real. So you release some story of him DMing another guy, and that's enough juice to make the Dwayne story look
Mhm.
credible. You know what I mean? I'm not
Mm.
saying that's what it is. I'm just using that as an
Yeah,
example.
I got you.
I just don't. I mean, one, why was he in there for so long to witness the murder? You know,
I mean, you don't really. I can imagine you don't gotta really be there that long of a time.
to witness
Yeah.
to witness a booty hole getting killed.
And not just
You
a
gotta
booty
stay
hole. That's the
there for at
Fresh
least
Prince.
4 or 5
That's the
months.
Fresh
Well,
Prince.
think about it.
That's 4 or 5 pumps.
If you
Oh, God.
if you
Oh
think-
my God.
That
Oh my
is.
God. Oh my God.
Dog, one pump is not enough visual to be like, yeah, he tearing that booty hole up. He tearing that booty hole up off one pump. No, there's a 5-pump minimum before you can get a description.
So let's put this in context. He had been looking for Will for a while now.
Yeah.
Oh my
A minute.
For a minute. They asked him twice, hey, where's Will? He was like, chill the fuck out. I'm going to find him.
Oh my God.
So they could have been in full stride at that point. This could have been the end of the scene.
Enough for one stroke. Enough for one stroke to be enough to
right,
be like.
If I open the door, I see that I'm closing the door right
You
now.
close the door.
Yeah.
It don't take one stroke for me.
No.
I've seen plenty of people. I walk into plenty of sex.
It don't even need to be a stroke.
It's a.
If I see the positioning,
You're
I'm like, whoops.
The silhouette.
Look, the goddamn shadow. If I see the shadow, I'm like, look.
It takes
I'm
a
out.
minute for your
I'm out.
eyes to dilate to a room.
No.
I can see a world. I can see a situation where you're like shocked. If you had no idea that type of thing was going on,
Yeah.
which I had that hard time to believe that even, but open the door and be like, what the
Oh my
like,
God.
not
Fresh
even
Prince
What is
believing
happening?
bending over
your
Family Matters.
eyes.
Or not Family Matters.
All
What
of
was
us.
going on?
All of us.
All
A
of us.
show that the Smiths EP'd on. They were the creators, I think, of that,
Yeah.
or the executive
With,
producer of that
with
show.
Gina Nim.
Oh God, what was her name? Lisa Ray McCoy was
Yeah.
on that show. Oh my gosh.
That was a good show. That was a good show.
Look.
And the thing, he had a pooper scooper in the
Ooh.
front of it. the
All secrets
whole
come to
time.
light. It comes. To
I don't
light.
believe it. I don't believe it.
Well,
I don't
Jada,
believe it.
It would
Jada
make a
said we
little
suing.
sense.
Jada said we suing, and
Nah.
then
It'd be a
to bring up
little-
what Cam had brought up. Cam brought up about the they were trying to settle, but he asked for too much. Once again, Jada be fucking up,
She
man.
be-
Don't say that shit on the Breakfast Club.
Be quiet.
Don't say that out in the open.
Hush.
She has no
She
whatever that thing
Mm.
is that makes you know.
Like not
does.
say
Diarrhea
what-
of the mouth.
She
Like,
doesn't have.
shut- Oh my God.
I used to blame the gays for asking her all these questions. If she was on the Breakfast Club. Now we're all complicit.
Now
Like
everybody.
now
asks.
we're
Everybody. wants to know.
He asked for too much. First of all, Will's one of the highest grossing actors in the freaking world right now.
Facts.
To say what allegations like this, and it also is he's brought up another actor, Dwayne Martin, which it sucks because I'm be honest, Dwayne really.
There's been rumors about y'all. I don't know if y'all have heard it
About
There's been-
Dwayne Martin.
about them
Oh,
for a
What?
very long time. This isn't. out
where's
of the
Tisha
blue.
when you need her?
Yeah,
Where's
I
Tisha
didn't know
Campbell
that.
when you need her?
I know,
Tisha
I know,
Campbell.
I know. You
That's
heard
the
They
that.
name.
just
I
got
think
just got
white.
divorced.
That was
Yeah.
white.
Just got divorced. Like
Yep.
This
two
has
years.
been rumored for a very long time now. This is not fresh. So when I heard the story, just like damn, we're about to get scandalous. This is on the podcast anyway. Who cares? Johnny Gillen and
Eddie Murphy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Who was the bottom?
I don't know these
Okay.
answers, man.
No, if you
Putty
tell me
all the
Eddie Murphy was the
time.
bottom, it's fake. There's no way.
It's just so
no
taboo.
way.
It's like, okay, as a woman, I'm like, I like both. I'm bisexual. I like both. But then
But do you
it's
like
so
both together?
So
Ew. That is so like that.
I'm sorry, but
I was
done
gonna
slept
ask
with some
that question.
couples.
Like,
I done slept with some couples. I slept
Sometimes,
with some
at the
couples.
same
I
time.
can't. Yeah,
it's
I
so
definitely-
taboo for y'all. Why is it so taboo?
Why is it so
Like,
weird?
why?
Ain't no man is
Why?
definitely taboo for me.
Yeah, this is so
But
stupid.
that's for me.
Like,
I just honestly, I just always assume that when ladies go to say the Chippendales, I don't think they want to see man on man. I just figured, it's just.
a lot of us don't care.
It's you know what Cam it sound like to me? You know what it sound like to me? A lot of people just like to get a little nasty. That's what it is. Nasty.
Look,
Nasty.
I'm not saying like what you like is what you like. I don't want to witness that shit. I
I
don't
think
wanna be a part
this
of
is.
this
I don't mean to jump back to Diddy thing, but I feel like there's a reason why certain people don't get invited, and that's because like they're too open with like they're too
Weird.
comfortable. Because if I get invited to a Diddy party, I hope I do.
Yeah.
If I get invited to a Diddy party,
Low
I'm
key.
gonna be. Oh man, it was amazing. They had
I don't
They
think
had shrimp, lobster, Ciroc everywhere.
I don't think I want to hang with Ciroc ever again if
It's
he ever
just
goes to a Diddy
come-
party.
shooting all over the
Oh
place.
God! Oh God! Oh God!
See?
Semen everywhere. You don't know what's what.
what's in this cup is not strong enough for what this episode I thought was like. This is this.
You wouldn't go to a Diddy party? Who is that boy? That old dude who always bragged about going to Diddy parties all the time? Who we both know.
Oh gosh,
Clarence. I didn't know he went to Diddy party.
Oh, he talks about it all the time. He talks about it all
I
the
don't
time.
even know if we were supposed to say his name just now.
It was that eventful.
Clarence still talk about it all the time.
Okay.
I say it so you don't get in trouble. Clarence talk about being at Diddy parties all the
This
time.
man loves to double down.
Yo,
easy, easy.
don't he look like he go to Diddy parties? Don't he look like he go to Diddy parties? Don't he look like he go to Diddy parties? Don't you play with me like he don't look like he go to Diddy parties.
He might.
The opinion said on this podcast it does not.
I'm just saying.
I've never met him.
Well, I'll be
We'll talk
honest.
about
If,
Diddy party.
if I got an invite, I probably would go to the. I mean,
guarantee you.
I'm freaking.
You meet Clarence one time and he's gonna talk about a Diddy party. That's real.
Clarence gonna say, brother. Let me tell you something.
That's real. That is real. I didn't hear so much about that Diddy party.
That is funny, but yeah. So okay, so
You brought it up.
There was that
I
awkward
sure
moment.
did.
It was that awkward moment. on
but
Drink
y'all
Champs.
just
Y'all
added
just
so
went in.
much this shit. I just bought the pot. Y'all put all the fucking grease. Oh my
There was
bad.
that awkward moment on Drink Champs where he kept saying to Fabulous, "Hey, when you gonna come party with me? Did y'all see that?"
Oh,
Or when he said, "Oh yeah, Daddy, I like that."
call
Did
it
he say
oh,
something like
daddy.
that?
And Jada
Yeah.
Kiss was
Yeah. Jada was like, "What the fuck is
he
happening?"
was
right
not feeling
now?
it.
Wait,
Yeah.
wasn't Fabulous there too? Was
That's
he?
who he was talking to.
Oh shit.
That's
Okay,
who he
okay.
was talking
Yeah.
to.
I need to rewatch it. I need to rewatch it because the
Yeah.
facial expression.
I know I've been falling off a Drink Champs. I haven't watched that in a minute.
Facial
Jada
expression.
had that like, I'm smiling, but not really.
I'm
like,
uncomfortable.
like yeah.
And see,
like,
why don't people say that? Like, I don't understand what stops someone. Because if I was there, I'd be like, "Ooh, that makes me uncomfortable."
Because again,
Don't
but,
call him Daddy Diddy. What's going on? with you?
but again, though, look who we're talking about. Diddy has a lot of fucking pull, and it's just
No, he got a lot
shoot.
of
Drink Champs is
yes
Diddy's
men
show,
and
really.
scared. That's
Yeah.
plain and simple. You got people who are scared to tell the truth,
That's
and
right.
that's just how it is. If Diddy was to say that around me, I'd be like, "Ooh, that's a little weird, dog. Maybe you should say that in front of people. You shouldn't say that in camera. That's a weird look. You called him Daddy multiple times.
I mean, that's his thing, though. That's
Don't
his
call
thing.
him.
That's
I don't want to be called Daddy either.
That's
I
weird.
don't- you don't want to be
That's
called daddy.
No,
Daddy.
Not from a heat.
Poppy
Not
from a woman,
Oh.
maybe.
not
Poppy
Poppy.
from.
Poppy.
You killing it, Poppy? Yeah. I rocks with that, but Daddy, no, Daddy
Daddy don't do it for me.
Yeah.
Daddy don't do it for me. I have kids.
All right, you got.
I don't have
look.
kids.
Oh.
Still
Harrington,
just
do you
as
like
weird.
daddy?
Would
You
you
said
have
what?
a
Do
I
name?
you
think
like
it-
daddy?
He
What's your
definitely-
pet name?
No. He definitely likes to be called Daddy.
Like,
I mean, I like name.
I his voice went.
What's your pet name?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm more focused on making sure I accomplish and do that stuff. So,
you want to
I'm
text her?
Sierra's friend on Instagram.
Look.
oh my God.
I'm about to message her.
Do you call Arrington daddy?
Hey, look. In the heat of the moment, I answer shit to anything. To be honest,
Arrington said he did not sign up to open up his bedroom to this show.
Create chat.
why I gotta have nasty co-hosts? Everybody just nasty.
Hey. Quick question.
She ain't gonna be like, so I
We're live. We're live.
And I just wanted to know, like, what y'all talking
She gonna
about?
be like, I got a weird text today.
It was from Sarah.
Man, fuck it, moving on. God damn it. What do we have?
All right, so we got the. Let's go back to the heartbreak.
Yes,
She
yes,
dropped
yes,
the bar.
yes.
So let's hold up. Let's real
I did.
all fun and games. She just dropped one of the hardest bars on the show since joining the cast. I have to
Talk about it.
highlight
Yeah,
it.
look.
Talk about it. Talk about
Have to
it.
highlight it. Do you remember exactly what you said?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was saying that when you go through so much trauma in relationships and heartbreaks, it's like your standards get higher and higher as you go along to the point that there's not one person who can actually fit into that category anymore because it's your standards, your boundaries are so high. And the only way to fix that is to heal. Not to say that through healing, you're just automatically going to be with anybody and let anybody come into your life. But until you heal, How
Stop
can you?
blocking your own blessings.
Yeah.
That's right. And you can understand that, hey, I'm supposed to play a role in your life too to help build you, help you grow, just like you're supposed to do the same for me. But I can't see that if I'm not healed, because I'm only going to see what you're doing and what you're not to me.
So you're saying through breakups, your standards get higher after breakups. See, I don't know
But
why
not
I feel like
necessarily breakups,
Oh.
but being hurt. So breakups
Trauma.
happen all the time. Like when Cam describes his breakups, that's like the best. Like he describes some of the best situations to break up
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
I mean, I know it's still a tragic situation, but when you both come to a conclusion as adults, like this isn't working for me, this
Yeah.
obviously isn't working for you. Let's separate. There's
Yeah.
not too much burn in there.
Yeah.
The hurt of the
Let
relationship
me
ended
just say,
as much.
it took a long time to get there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But when we were
Maturity.
there, we were
You
there.
understood it.
Absolutely.
So, but when you say get dropped all of a sudden, like I'm giving it my all and I'm trying everything I am to try to love you, and it's still not enough, and you still complaining about these little small things that you know we can just talk out.
Mm.
These little things that
And
you
see-
know
and
we
see,
can move past.
I was the opposite because, like, say, and I was never really in like seriously, so I was, just on and off when I was, younger. But I would drop down instead of dropping up because I would assume like, okay, if it's me that I'm going a little
Yeah.
too much, then I'm like, let me lower my standards. And
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't lower it completely, but I'm like, oh well, damn.
I would argue to say, Arrington, that you probably never went through a real heartbreak.
No, I mean, like
I would
rejection,
clap-
yes,
I would
rejection,
clap-
Not
yes.
rejection.
But see, that's the thing, though.
Not
It depends
rejection.
how people react to rejection because rejection's not
Oh.
pretty, at least for me.
But listen,
You gotta
listen.
look who
But you
Arrington
don't-
is, though. Arrington isn't like an average Joe. When you look at people's standard for a man, besides height, he hits every single. Oh, come on! I was being
You
for
good,
real.
you good, you good,
Look,
you good. I was
being
waiting for it. I was like,
No, the way you just snuck that in there.
I was being for real.
I
Because
know.
think of the list that women have for men.
For sure,
He
for
literally
sure.
hits everything on the list besides being my height.
and see, and I think I used to always have that confidence, but then like again, if I receive rejection, I'm like,
But that's
fuck,
what I'm
I gotta
saying.
lower
I'm
my.
not talking about rejection. Rejection is
You talking
fiction.
about have you?
Rejection is you've been in. I mean,
Yeah.
what I'm talking about is what she's talking
Yeah,
about.
like have you
You're
ever
in a situation,
actually-
you love
yeah.
someone, they love you back,
Yeah.
and then that shit just doesn't work. That's a different hit. Rejection, you over that shit the next day.
like
Like,
have you
oh,
Yeah.
ever
you know what I'm saying?
honestly
Yeah.
like have you ever honestly not even want to get out of bed? Like you don't even feel like eating.
Right.
You feel like
Yeah.
everything that you knew who you were is now like
In
blurry.
question.
And and you don't even know how to even put your feet out of the bed.
Mhm.
Like not to be depressive, but I mean, have you ever felt
No,
that
that's heartbreak.
horrible when you
Yeah.
lose somebody that
heartbreak.
you love so deeply? And then when you go through that, you, whether you want to admit it or not, you put up a wall, which is a standard. It's not a standard, it's really a wall. Like next time, I'm not gonna let somebody know me that
Yeah.
way. Or,
Arrington don't got no heartbreak playlist.
look,
He don't
No.
got- he don't got
Let
no
me tell you something.
No.
Let me tell you
he ain't
something.
got no
Let me tell you
heartbreak
something.
No.
She and I've been together for almost 8 years. In those 8 years, it's been some. We've had
But
our.
she's still there.
But again, like
I
you
might
said,
have had some spells.
it took a lot. It took a lot of work. So in the
Sure.
period when it was
For
rough,
sure.
of course we, for the both of us, and I will say it was more on my end than hers. But it was still, it was a struggle to continue to grow, and that's why, like,
Yeah.
when I see these long lasting relationships or marriages, I'm like,
It
damn.
takes work.
woo!
Yeah.
I mean, like, because you say you and your wife been what 15?
15 years. 15 years.
I mean, that is.
And mind you, my heart has never been broke before then or like from my wife directly. My
Mhm.
first heartbreak was this year. Like my
Yeah.
first heartbreak
Really?
was this year. Yeah. So my wife never broke my heart.
Yeah.
Like she said no to me when I first asked her to let me get close to my. When I first asked her to marry me, she
Mhm.
said no. But she laid off a list of reasons why. I took it. I got butt hurt, and I handled it in a toxic way.
Oh, like, well,
That's crazy. We can't use.
I was waiting for it.
Can't use. That's crazy.
You can't
And
say
first of all,
anymore.
if he's a power bottom, it won't hurt. So anyway.
Oh God.
Anyway,
it's a good hurt.
so yeah, I haven't had my heart broke by my number one,
Mhm.
my soulmate, my foundation,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
everything. She is my everything. My wife is, it is what it is. I've broken hearts to make sure that I ended up with her. Like
Mm.
I kicked people to the curb the first day she was in the city. Like, oh, she's bad. She's the one. All y'all gotta go. I broke up with a girl who loved me in church, like in the church parking lot. Rolled up the window after I said bye.
Wow, that sucks. You
Terrible.
couldn't wait off like outside the parking lot. You just did it on church grounds.
Once I know, I know.
Mm.
And I don't want to be the one who like steers you on. So I've never had my heart broke until this
My
year.
man couldn't wait 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Everybody's walking out of
boy.
church and pastor, y'all have
Man,
what happened?
it's
That's a
exactly
wild
how
boy.
she said it is. I question everything about me. I question if I'm even man enough to do this whole poly thing. I questioned every decision I've ever made to that point.
But you know what's amazing though? Like the recovery from it.
Man, it is.
Yeah, it is
You
wild.
come back
Powerful.
a different.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Honestly, the things that I'm doing now in my life are because of what I went through last year, which I know you know.
Yeah.
I went through a very devastating blow of a heartbreak and lost a best friend.
Yeah,
and
damn. Can we run
that
that
was
back?
loud as hell.
Goddamn,
But-
Farmer George just drove by.
But literally lost a best friend and a relationship, and it was devastating. But man,
Yeah.
look at when I look at now.
That next chapter is always like
Powerful.
The people you meet is somehow on a completely different level.
Yeah.
Your attitude when
Yep.
meeting these people are different.
focused.
Yeah.
Man, you handle job different. Like I've definitely leveled up since the heartbreak. Would
Yeah.
I rather not go through it? Hell
but
yeah.
it refocuses you.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, all right, I get it now. I know what I gotta do. I know what needs to get done. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it.
It has to happen sometimes because we get complacent. And when you're with the wrong person, you will be complacent about everything in your life and you will make everything about them and you will completely ignore the existence of who you are
Yeah.
supposed to be to keep them happy as opposed to being uncomfortable to do what you're
That's
supposed to
another
do.
bar.
Goddamn.
Another
Goddamn.
bar.
Well, I think, guys, it's about time for shits and giggles because after all this, emotional stuff, I think it's time to it's time to lighten up the room.
Heartbreak. He don't like heartbreak.
I don't like heartbreak. I don't like it. I don't
Cause
like
he
it.
don't be crying on shared doorstep. So my baby, take me back.
Like,
Baby, come
what?
back.
What are you talking about? I'm not. We
And
live in the same. We
come
haven't gone
home,
nowhere.
see?
So, I already know the first one, and we're going to giggle it.
Okay. What about Snoop?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Snoop came out publicly saying he is quitting smoking.
A bullshit.
Whoa. Look,
Bullshit.
he spoke after a long discussion with my family, I've decided that I'll be quitting smoking. Now, does that mean he's quitting cannabis completely? There's multiple ways. But he says he's quitting smoking. So, as we know, Snoop is a legend icon when it comes to as far as public figures and cannabis. Him and Willie Nelson, highly marketable when it comes to marijuana. I know he has his own strands and brands, all that good stuff. And Snoop looks like he weighs like about the same as a blunt. Like, I mean, Snoop is very skinny. Snoop is tiny. He looks sick. So I'm happy that he's quitting.
First of all, a Snoop Dogg Wade blunt would be heavenly. Second, if you were born between the years of 80 to 1990,
yes.
you know Snoop Dogg quit smoking at least 6 times.
Yeah, right.
I was there. I remember. I'm a part of hip hop
Wait.
just as much as y'all are.
Was one of those times during his trial? Because that don't count.
5 times he quit smoking.
It was. It definitely was during that.
This one was definitely during that trial.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
He's so right.
man
He's
said
so
murder was
right.
the
Y'all remember that
Game.
part? This picture is famous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he had the perm. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he was done smoking then.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg quit smoking so many times. I'm used to it. I feel like it happens every decade. I feel like every decade he hits a new number and he stops smoking for a little bit. And he comes back to the game even stronger.
It sure
Are
has
you
gotten
believing this?
all I'm saying is it has gotten the attention that it was expected to get. That's what I have to say about that. Yeah. Sometimes a marketing strategy.
Oh, wait.
That's the thing.
He
He's
has
going more
the Snoop
corporate.
Dogg Kids thing.
What's that?
He's trying to get on Disney. Snoop Dogg has that Snoop's
Ooh,
Learning Corner
right.
thing. It's like a kids cartoon where
Marketing.
it teaches kids how
Marketing.
to
Yep.
like do like normal
right.
social cues
If
and
he,
stuff.
if he cracks the Disney code,
It's over.
He's
we
going on
might
Disney.
have to start talking about Snoop in that billionaire conversation.
You really
Has
will.
to.
I
Has
mean,
to.
we talked about how many different like branches that comes from his
Yeah.
name, like that comes from his brand. I mean,
Yeah.
what he got? Not we can exclude the marijuana products. We
Yes.
know he got a whole bunch of papers and all types of stuff.
Mm.
But children's sports.
Wine,
The
TV
many
shows.
adventures with Martha.
Martha Stewart. Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Oh my
Animated
gosh.
series,
Yeah.
both cartoon for everybody under the ages of 16 and adult cartoons too.
He's kind of in the gaming community.
He does stream. He streams from time to time.
Yep.
Now he does correspondence with the NFL.
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
know that.
ESPN.
He does, because he opens up every, I think, either Monday night or Thursday night football.
You're right.
He's the new opener
Yep.
with
Oh,
Chris
okay.
Stapleton.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're right.
that's his new thing.
When
Yeah.
you crack,
That's money in that.
when
That's a
listen,
lot of
every time
money.
somebody cracks ESPN or Sport Network,
Yeah.
they're not too far away from going to Disney. I've just been paying attention because one day I'm gonna have to make these chess moves, and I pay attention hard. And it goes sports, Disney, and then whoever streaming platform you like got the best relationship with. So sports, Disney, Netflix, sports, Disney,
Yeah.
There's
Amazon.
the
Sports,
answer.
Disney.
I
That's
mean,
the
at the end
answer.
of the day, I feel
That's
like
it.
in my book, there's like two like very like highly marketable people that just with their name alone, and that's him and Shaq. Him and Shaq,
Yeah.
to me, they can do it all, and they work at every single genre.
I would throw Shannon Sharp in there. I get he's
Ooh.
already
Not
an athlete.
He's coming. He's coming.
No,
He's coming.
heading
Yeah.
there.
There
Yeah.
hasn't been a day that I haven't turned on any sports channel that I haven't seen his face.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. On the sports side of things, we'll
Yeah.
see how that carries over.
He's carrying it over with his podcast with Ocho.
He
Right.
got
That's
That's what's
multiple.
going to
about-
take it there.
I'm talking about the commercial lane. Now, endorsements and having your faces on products.
Because
Shaq's face.
Shaq's on
literally
everything. Freaking
everywhere.
cocoa butter, Papa John's,
Yeah.
insurance,
Literally.
everything,
That's why-
everything.
Yeah,
I-
Papa John's.
I
Yeah, there's
agree.
Papa John's.
I agree that Shannon is Mr. Marketable.
Could have owned Starbucks.
Yeah.
I
We'll
mean,
see how he carries it over.
Right.
I would, man.
Yeah.
If y'all don't think he's there, I would give him to the end of 24, and I guarantee you,
agree.
Oh, yeah.
Agree.
his
I
endorsement
think
deals
even
are gonna
earlier
be
than that.
crazy.
Yeah.
But that makes sense why he wants to be removed from that perception.
The weed thing, yeah, with
Yeah.
Snoop.
But I just feel like you've gotten this far.
And on top of that, too, is continue to be more and
You-
more and more legal in the states. Like you need to not.
You being who you are still got you in the same room with like one of the most popular white women ever.
That's true.
That's
Martha
true.
Stewart.
You know what I'm saying?
But that was after she did a bid.
Yeah.
She had to get
That's
dirt
true.
on
That
her
was-
name.
That was dual. That was dual. No, you're right.
That was just as beneficial.
Yeah.
She needed
Yeah,
something
yeah,
to
you're
sling her
right.
up too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
But he is. I remember seeing and I'll move on to another one. But I remember seeing I think they said Snoop is like the most featured artist in literally all genres of
I
music.
can
Like
see
literally,
that.
like overseas, like in India, showed him like a Bali star, like
Yeah.
doing performances, gospel, country, reggae. Literally, he's the most featured artist ever. And they just kind of went through the marathon of it. So of course his
As
price
long
is
as
a lot
he
for
don't
that.
bring Snoop Lion back, we good.
Man, you didn't like that album? I got folks with that album.
I'm good.
I watched the documentary too.
I
That
I
was,
watched
that
how
was
he
a
got
close.
the name. That was interesting.
Oh, I
watched
didn't.
how he got it. Like he earned it. Like
Yeah.
legitimately.
He stayed
earned
like
his
2 months
Rastafarian
in
name.
Kingston, Jamaica. Every day was smoking like heavy. He was
Yeah.
smoking one of the whalers
don't
too.
even
It was
When
remember
such
the
a
whole
good.
time.
OG who has white dreads on his beard tells you you're Rasta. You can't get no more legit.
Bro, and that gray was even like yellow at the end. That thing started getting yellow all that.
Yo,
I'm like,
the man
God
who
damn.
blessed Snoop Lion was the same man who blessed the Marleys. I'm telling you.
It was such a good one.
That sounds pretty legit.
Such a good one. All right. Shits and giggles, shits and giggles, shits and giggles. Alrighty. Look, y'all hear about this Balenciaga skirt? It's actually a towel.
Man,
Shits. Moving on.
The people who buy that shit,
$925, by the way.
the people who buy that shit
That's
deserve to get
ridiculous.
whatever they get.
Whatever they get.
I can't.
Okay, and this
Just
actually
throwing away a stat just because.
Yeah, just because you can.
Let me get this
Or
Martha
maybe you
Stewart
can.
towel. Go ahead.
I could
go
go.
ahead.
I could go to J.C. Penney's right now.
Get the home collection.
Just say it's Balenciaga on social media. Be like, no, you got it. Sure did.
Yep.
Sure did. Okay, I saw this though. I thought it was pretty dope. So, Bijan Robinson, he's a running back, star running back for the Atlanta Falcons. So recently, he had like his first game starting. He invited his whole family. When I mean his whole fucking family, his whole family, 114 of his family members.
Well, go off then.
On on a
the
bus
squad.
came now, but I asked you guys, like, whenever y'all had like a special event or an accomplishment, was like, how many of your family members would you want to invite? Because like at certain events, I'm like, I just want my parents and like I don't want the whole family.
It depends on what the event is.
Every family member that came to a show when it was accessible to them,
Mm-hmm.
they can join the bus. So when I had a show in my
114.
hometown, every family member that came can come to whatever stadium I sell out.
Yeah.
Now the family members that don't, they can kiss my ass. They can kiss my ass. They can kiss it hard. Like
busy
I don't give a.
It might have just been busy that night.
No. They can kiss my ass.
My shift,
They
I couldn't
knew.
get off.
We were
They
just talking about
knew.
extremes earlier. Like it's either
Nah.
you're there or fuck you.
Yeah.
You forgot we're talking to
Yeah.
Ciroc, right? We forgot we're talking.
Look, I did 2 home shows. I did 2 shows back in
Yeah.
my hometown. One when I was kind of starting off,
Mhm.
which I understand, and one who I was like Ciroc. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
Ciroc
yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
And the fact that I stepped back into town was like a blessing.
Yeah.
Like I know that sounds crazy to say, but
It is what it is.
when I turned down jobs that pays $4, $5, $6 for a job that only paid
Mhm.
$600,
Yeah.
it was solely because I wanted to see my family again. It's solely because I wanted to show them, like, look, this is the level that we're on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
pretty soon it's gonna be stadiums.
Yeah.
Show up, show
Yep.
love, shake my hand, share a drink, share a blunt. If they didn't come, they can kiss my whole ass, all of it.
Ciroc has a bus 114.
The entire-
Yeah, I see that. Look, yo, I got 2 more. Okay, did y'all hear about Andre 3000? The man's having he's having a comeback season, man. He got a new album coming out. Y'all here?
I streamed it.
I haven't
I'ma
listened
listen to
yet.
it.
I streamed it.
It's he's playing a flute.
It's
The
at
whole
four-
entire.
love that.
It's at 432
branching
hertz.
out to something different.
Dude.
You don't
I
like
think-
the flute?
It's not my favorite. I'm like more of like the jazz like instrument. I don't consider
That's the
flute
vibe.
really.
That's the vibe it fit. It's like jazz. It's like jazz. Don't think it's.
I
just
think
like,
I think it'll be great because again he's now stretching another realm. Like this man gonna be
Yeah.
at the Kennedy Center, Kennedy Center honors performing or orchestras. I mean,
oh,
it's a whole
he'll go
different vibe.
platinum. He'll go
Yeah.
platinum. There's no doubt about it. Every nail salon, every
They're
masseuse
gonna be playing it.
that's not giving happy endings. Everywhere there's not like every legitimate spa place.
Cam, come on, the face is saying it all, man. What do you
Every
think about
legitimate
this, man?
spa
What you
place is
think?
gonna play that song.
I haven't listened yet.
Well,
I mean,
but-
I was hyped when I first found out he was gonna have an album out.
Mhm.
And then they said it was a flute album, and I was like, all right, I'll listen. But my boy actually had a good point. He said he was probably gonna cop it on vinyl. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll consider doing that.
Yeah.
But
Did you hear his reason on why he did the flute?
I was
why
about
he
to
did
ask. I didn't know.
I
the
mean, I
reason.
know he
He-
plays the flute around New York
What-
City like the Pied Piper. But
He had a legitimate reason. He was like, "What do y'all want me to rap about?
yeah.
I'm
I did.
48.
Yeah,
y'all want
yeah,
me to
yeah.
rap about my colonoscopy? What do y'all want me to
Yeah.
rap
And that's a
about?
fucking good.
Anything
He's
that
so
I say,
real.
is
That's
gonna
another
be-
conversation.
He's
That's
so
another
real.
cop
conversation.
out. That's a cop
What?
out.
That's not a cop
That's
out.
a fucking cop out.
Every rapper that's rapping at this age is rapping about the same shit that they was rapping about when they was in their 20s.
That's not true. First of all,
Who?
Jay-Z, Nas.
Jay-Z didn't told me he sold dope 11 times.
He hadn't talked about that in at least 3 or 4 albums.
Cook it in the syrup, make it soft. Man, that is
He had talked about street
That's
shit. Like he'll refer to it, but his shit has elevated. You know what I'm saying? It's a cop out.
But I say this though.
Andre hasn't had enough put out there on a solo tip as far as because he's had Big Boy to say he's run out of material. And the other thing is, Andre don't really rap about experiences. Andre's a storyteller.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a cop out.
I
That's a
disagree.
cop out.
So,
disagree.
but I will say this. Okay, so I'm gonna say he's what 48,
Yeah, he's
40,
48.
40 years old. As of right now, like, and again, I'm asking y'all because I don't really listen to much hip hop artists right now. Who's 48 right now that's consistently putting out music,
2
touring
Chainz.
right now?
Yeah, 2 Chainz. I think he's close to his 50s.
He puts out music regularly.
2 Chainz. He just dropped an album.
Oh, I didn't know.
Okay.
Literally just dropped an album, Collie Grove 2 with Lil Wayne. Goes pretty hard.
Because that's the thing. I feel like,
I know Fab still does stuff.
but is he
Um,
repeating his hits though? He's not putting out new music.
No. I mean,
Yeah.
he still puts out.
Oh.
Yeah, there's let's see, who else got a good little slapper that's up there in age? It might just be 2 Chainz right now.
Because just to kind of, I mean, again, like,
Yeah.
it's a good point that Andre said. Like, look, I'm 48 years old. What am I? You know,
Jeezy, I'm not a huge fan, but Jeezy just put out an album.
and Jeezy pushing. Yeah, he
Rick
about that
Ross
age,
still
too.
puts out music.
Ross still in his 30s though, ain't he?
No,
He's
Ross
got to be
is-
at least
yeah.
40.
He's got to be.
He's
Oh,
gotta
dang,
be
I
at
thought
least
he
40.
was like 36, 37.
Oh, look.
And
But
maybe,
does Ross keep
maybe.
his music in kind of like the same theme though? Like, is it really ever
Yeah.
new stuff?
Yeah,
I feel-
I'm just naming people that are
Yeah.
still
I
putting
get
out
you, yeah.
music.
Yeah.
that,
Because again,
To
trying
me,
to help
with-
what what Andre 3000 said, it's like, okay,
Him
at that
saying,
age, it's like,
no, him saying, look, this is where my music like this is where it take me.
I'm
Like,
not-
I could
I'm
care
not-
less.
I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at the I don't have anything to rap about. That
He
is-
said, I don't know what y'all want me to rap. Like,
whatever
what do y'all
it
want me
is.
to rap about?
But that's
What
the
do y'all
thing.
expect?
It's not about what we want you to rap about. It's whatever you.
As an
He
artist.
wanted to, as an artist, do flute.
I get that.
but
I'm
he's
just
saying, as far as like
specifically
you
talking about
saying, like,
rap.
there's nothing to rap about.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be
Oh,
something to.
As an artist of his caliber, you can
You should
always
know.
find something
You're
to
just
rap
saying
about.
And then it's like, if he
should-
does,
I
he's like
respect
probably gonna
that. I'm
say,
sorry.
"Damn, Common already wrote, rapped about it." Because Common's always about like what's going on in the community, society, culture, all
Right.
that stuff. So it's like, damn, I can't use that. So what else can I do? I'm not gonna talk about the club because that's not really my
But he
vibe.
can
I
do
respect
that.
it.
He
I
could, but
respect
again,
it.
it's
when
like
someone
I
says
guess
they
he's
don't
being more
have nothing
authentic.
to say, I respect it. I would rather you admit that you ain't got nothing to talk
Than to
about,
put
or
out some
admit that you ain't
trash.
coming up with no bars.
I respect it. I don't believe it.
I believe it.
Moving on to the last
I
one,
don't believe
fam.
it.
Okay, so I thought this was pretty cool. Still kind of in the hip hop realm. Okay, Exhibit says,
Exhibit.
I'm
God
s-
damn.
I'm
He's just-
sick of
okay,
hip hop.
now-
Snoop
Okay.
to Dre 3000 to Exhibit.
We're just going.
We went back
I'm
to
surprised you even
2001.
know Exhibit a rapper. Like
He doesn't. He knows
Actually-
to prepare my
actually-
ride.
Exactly.
I know.
Anyway, and Empire. He played it really good on Empire.
Empire.
So he played his ass off on that show.
Not Empire.
He said, "I'm sick of hip hop. It lost its staying power."
It's
He said,
staying
"It's
power?
staying power."
That's the get off my lawn shit. I don't really.
Yeah.
And I'm one that I don't really love a lot of the shit that I hear today, the newer stuff. Some of
Mhm.
it is cool or whatever, but I'm like, you're saying that because it's not what it used to be, and you don't rock what it is now.
It
That's
seems like
how
you're
I
not
feel.
really being supportive to the new generation
That's
because
all it
everybody's
is.
always looking for a mentor,
But-
and it's like,
It's my argument. And when people bring up new generation, I think that it's being like mislabeled. There is different subgenres of hip hop.
That's
mhm,
true.
mhm,
And
mhm.
the one that you are constantly getting feedback, and the one that's just like
Yeah.
constantly in your ear is the radio or
Of
like
course.
the stream playlist.
And that's the
Both
shit
those
that makes
things are-
money.
Both
Yeah.
of those things are paid
Yeah.
for to get on
Yep.
those spots.
Yeah.
Spots. So if you're not actively trying to look in
Seek
different
out
genres and
others.
seek it,
It's
Yeah.
lazy. It's
you're
lazy
only going to
say
get
that.
the pop shit.
Absolutely.
You're only going to get the pop shit.
Absolutely.
So Exhibit don't know how to use his Pandora. That is it.
That's
like
all
that
that
is
is.
literally the only
Yeah.
problem. When people say, yeah, there ain't no good hip hop music out, it's just
You're not-
because they
you're
don't
not
know how to
looking.
find it.
You're
Nah,
just
listen.
saying, I
Spotify's
don't
too
like-
complicated.
You're just like, I don't
No.
like what the young kids like that are streaming constantly that is being.
Yeah, like
What-
Kev said, get off my lawn.
What you're saying is 110%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's people like Big X the Plug. Big X the Plug is a guy who is I would classify him as Southern gangster rap.
Mhm.
Southern gangster rap. He gives off a good solid that bravado that the
Mhm.
90s give. He gives that hard.
Yeah.
Like, man, he makes you love hip hop again. Even though it's not some toxic lyrics
Yeah.
that comes with some hip hop
Yeah.
from the 90s. So you kind of like
There are guys out today that spit
Yeah.
nastily.
like, but if you're looking and you're saying like I feel like he hears mumble rappers and certain rappers and he's taking that for what it is.
Yeah,
And
nobody's telling you to listen to these people. You don't have to bump Sexy Red, My Booty Hole Brown.
exactly.
You don't.
But even
She
but
nasty.
we have
She is
Sexy
nasty.
Red now. We had Kaya back then. My neck, my back.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
my
it-
ass in my
There
crack.
is
All
always-
of it.
To your
Do all
point,
of it.
there are lanes.
Just go ahead and do all
I
of it.
bet you did.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Y'all,
We were
crossed
using
over.
it as an
y'all, so y'all
example.
just
We
nasty.
wasn't saying-
But talk to me after the show. But we got to get out of here.
We gotta get out
there.
there.
To a whole nother
Oh
lane.
my gosh.
Um,
Look,
yeah.
family. Look again. Tune
you
into.
ready?
It's a lot right now. It's a lot. It's getting a little toasty in here.
I
So
feel like it's hairless. It's probably like, is it like bald? I ain't doing it if it ain't bald.
anyway, y'all tune in every Sundays to our radio show in your city on WNSB 91.1.
That's what you do.
You
when
can't floss. You can't be trying to floss. You can't be trying
Nah,
to
you get one of those hairs stuck. Like,
Oh my
gosh.
y'all, everybody in this look,
Yeah.
they are nasty. All right, they are. It's far from nasty. Anyway, yeah, tune into the show every Sundays at 12. Listen,
He trying to end this show so bad.
WNSB Hot 91, WNSB the app, download it. Also, stay
You just
tuned.
gonna talk shit.
I'm still gonna talk over it. God damn it. Still,
talk about eating booty. I knew you weren't gonna be able to get through that one.
I bet you his wife loved that we are his friends. We are expanding his nasty mind.
She turned around like, ooh.
What are you doing?
fuck it, just end the show. I can't end it. End it.
Oh shit.
Bro, I'm crying over here.
Content fucking gold.
I'm crying.